Greetings, everyone. We are live again this Wednesday, Hump Day afternoon. Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you go to dynastymir.com and also make sure you go to oneafricaproperties.com, your central source for real estate on the African continent. We are approaching 100K subscribers. We are approaching 100K, and when we hit that 100K mark, hey, what happened? Where'd he go? Where'd Sim Police go? Okay, Hustle Smart should be coming back. I don't know. He just, and his Metro PCS, his minutes. No, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I mean, damn, Simp, you got your. The Obama phones. Is that your Obama phone that just went out? I mean, God, what happened?
I'm doing this on the laptop. So if this not sounding pure, I'm gonna have to go to the phone. Let me know if I'm coming in.
No. The laptop is fine. It's just you had fell off. So I was thinking you was on your Obama phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on, my brother?
Everything's good, my brother. Everyone, shout out to the Simp Police. Is it Simp Police Academy now, or is it still Hustle Smart?
No. Hustle Smart is my name. The Simp Police Academy is the channel. You get what I'm saying? So okay. A lot of people, it's like people hearing your voice, they would know that who you are without even saying your channel name. You know what I'm saying? Search for Huru is a given, but your Prince died is the mirror. But since a lot of people more people know my name than the name of my channel. So therefore the Simp Police Academy. So even when I go to talking in the chat, people start typing in Hustle Smart. So they know the voice, they know the swag, they know the lingo, they know what time it is, and they know if it drop this heat, unapologetic.
That heat, that fire.
I ain't got no choice.
I finally got you on the show, Simply. Shout out your page, all that, all that good stuff. So people go subscribe,
Well, first of all, my channel is simply the Simp Police Academy. It's a small church feel. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm not on there selling anything. I'm on there for just my goal is to reconstruct the way we think as a people, because we don't have an army, we don't have a budget. You get what I'm saying? We have individual success stories, but what we don't have is a combined we don't have a combined mind frame, so to speak. Not the point that we have to all think alike, but we all have to be on one core. We have to wonder why we wake up and decide to be fuck niggas. We have to wake up and realize why do we decide to be like I wish a nigga would. Why do we willingly wake up and decide to be those type of people? Those are the type of things I'm trying to change with common sense approach. Everybody's a suspect. People even give me pushback. You get what I'm saying? But if anybody listens to my channel, I am a fair person as long as you address me on the points and not with feelings. You get what I'm saying? Because feelings don't get us nowhere. Only facts and proper pushback can be seen. Not getting mad at each other because we don't like what we say. Not want to fight each other because we don't like what the other person say. That type of stuff that has us in the hole that we are in today, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Today's topic: if Black America is doomed, what are the options? I hear some people say they're going to fight it out here. I've heard all types of different options. Some say they're leaving. Some say they're going to fight it out. Simp Police, expand on the options, if there are any options.
Well, this is how I see it, and I'm glad that I got my black Kazim way here. He say the streets is in the building, sir.
Somebody said this chat is about to smell like VSOP and Black and Miles.
It gonna smell like Black and Miles and Newport Short in the box when I'm finished, man. But see, this is the thing, y'all. Whatever I say, you know what I'm saying? If I'm telling a lie, then hold me to that. You get what I'm saying? But if I'm telling the cutthroat truth, then you know what I'm saying, give me my flowers to that. Matter of fact, don't give me no flowers. Give me a pack of Black and Miles, plastic tip wine. But you know, as long as black people are in the United States, following the trend that we're following, we are doomed based on numbers, not based on feelings, not based on individual success. We are doomed based on numbers. As long as we continue to trend. Now, don't get me wrong. If all of a sudden tomorrow we start going another different way, and I will retract the statement of doomed. But I cannot. Let me get close to the mic, man. I'm
close to the mic. You're close to the mic.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. The mic on the Obama phone, but we hear you very well.
I'm on the mic. I'm on the mic. Testicles. Pause. 1, 2. Testicles. Pause. 1, 2. Got that from Soul Plane, y'all. But if you any business that's being ran, or anybody that wants to open up a business, and your partner, or you trying to go get money from the bank, and you tell these people that you want to invest or you want to borrow money, and you tell them, you know what, my profit margin is 0.1%. If you put those numbers out with a smile on your face, them folks either gonna call the police on you, you might get your ass whooped, they're gonna be on the phone laughing at you, they might record it and put you on TikTok or put you on the Facebook to show how dumb you are. You get what I'm saying? But now people might say 0.1%. Where is he getting that from? Black people, that's the total black people, how much money we are worth. You get what I'm saying? After we get paid, is 0.1%. So just financially speaking, my brother, we're doomed. We got these big Stacey Abrams, Wolf bitches out here killing 500,000 babies a year. A year. By that, we are doomed because we are killing more babies than being born. That is doomed based by definition. You get what I'm saying? If you go to your bank account, if you go on your ATM and you trying to pull out $500, but you only putting 400 in, it's doomed by definition. After keep going, you're gonna be in the negative, and that's where we are. See, we have what we call feel-good stories. We have individualism that kind of put a cape over the situation. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm pointing out the problem first before I give the options. You know what I'm saying? So Now you got the black community where you have black women that are most educated, which I say they're the most enrolled in certain colleges, online colleges at that. But if that's the case, and if 70% of women are single mothers are running the household, then there's no way that black kids should be at the bottom if they're the smartest. Now, the only way that would make sense is that black women got to be self-centered. They have to be self-centered, meaning that they're more concerned about their happiness and their being successful or their success than their kids. Because there's no way that you're a rocket scientist and your child is the dumbest person on the block. Now, let's go to the other point, to where our neighborhoods are. We don't own nothing. In Atlanta, I think it's 72% of black people rent.
Yeah.
72% rent. That means that we don't have no ownership. So let me explain something to y'all black people, because y'all always like to blame white people. The way that your school in your neighborhood gets money or extra funding is by home ownerships. When y'all sit up and say where the white people schools get that, it's because they own their homes. And if you do what Dinah's into real estate, So he would tell you that in the contracts, in the loan, or in whatever it is, part of the money of the owner of the housing association, I forgot what it is, but it's a part of it that goes to the school. But if you're staying in a neighborhood where it's 70 to 80% rented, y'all renting, not even rent to own, not even like no renter center, nigga, just straight up rent to own, then it's no extra money coming. So whatever the federal government allows for the fund for the school, that's all they're gonna get, shawty. That's it. So based on our neighborhoods, we're doomed. And now to the point that since we don't take care of our neighborhoods, and white people decide whenever they want to do it, because I don't know how long you've been standing in Atlanta, Dynasty, but it was a time that white people, they didn't want to be downtown no more. They wanted to move on the outskirts. So they all left downtown and went on the outskirts. But now, some whatever reason, they let the black people be in the inner city, bring down the neighborhoods, tab the neighborhood, bring the price down, and now they come back in, buy it up, fix it up, and now you're outpriced of your neighborhood. And now you're going to go to the outskirts. That's where the most Section 8 vouchers are now placed in the United States. Is the outskirts, because the white people are coming back to the city. And the difference is that black people are accepting white people coming into the neighborhoods. They accept them. You know what I'm saying? While they walking around with they goddamn Nike tights on with no ass, eating goddamn asparagus and carrot sticks, you know what I'm saying? And walking their little ugly ass dogs on these ugly ass bicycles. But if a black person walked through that same neighborhood, he's a target. You ask him where he from, he don't look familiar. But a white person ain't your color, don't talk like you, don't act like you, don't eat what you eat, don't give a fuck about you, but you don't even pay no attention to him. So that's 4. You get what I'm saying? And then if we continue down that path, you would understand why the Democratic plantation told Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, Sloppy Joe, whatever y'all want to call his old ass, he told the black caucus to their face that we need to pay attention to the Latinos. Latinos is going to be up next. I'm going to pass a law for amnesty. I'm going to pass a law for the dreamers. And so they will come out of hiding. At that point, Diners, they already outnumber us. I think it's 57 or 62 million. And they say it's about 17 million in hiding. So if they come while we sit up here caping for them with some black and brown coalition, when they come in the 79 million, they will have no reason to pay attention to us because they get our vote without doing anything. They don't have to do, all they have to come around and say Jesus and fried chicken and collard greens, and won't he do it? Blessed by the best. You know, Republicans are racist. That's all they got to say, and we fall for it. And that's 5, man. And I don't care what you say, by that definition, no individual success is going to put us on the map, my brother.
Go ahead, David. Unmute yourself.
Oh yeah, what's going on, brothers?
What's going on?
Yeah,
what's going on, my brother?
What's going on? Peace. I came in on the tail end of it. You know, we don't have an option. Ain't no option. But one option,
I
that
don't hear
is.
Anybody.
Can you hear me, sir? You hear me good? Okay, good. Yeah, like I would say the only option we have is kind of, living out the dream that Marcus Garvey had, that we should start repatriating back to Africa, in some form of way. We have the resources to do it. And like the brother was saying, you get immigrants marching in America by the millions. And from what I'm told, Georgia, the state I live in, is going to become a refugee state. So, and that's what the governor Kemp says. And you got hundreds of thousands of Afghanis going to be coming here. They're going to be coming straight to the black community. So it's kind of like they're pushing us, in a way they cornering us, into these little areas. I think the only option we have is going back to Africa. organize. What you all think?
My brother, you know what? Going to Africa is cool. I'm saying going anywhere, going anywhere will make a difference. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like the United States is like a piper to black people. You get what I'm saying? It's like no matter what they do, no matter how much they shit on us, no matter how much they disregard us, no matter how much they give us token imagery. You get what I'm saying? Like we can it'll be a different if we didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like we always act like white people are so dumb, but if you sit up there and see what the Democrats are doing to us, it's almost like who's the smart one and who's the dumbest. You get what I'm saying? It always go back to me when I hear some black people say, well, we created white people. Well, you know what? We'll be better off saying it makes us look even stupider to say that. You get what I'm saying? It's like saying I created a certain people, but they're the 2.0 version, plus they're white, and I'm gonna let them do me any kind of way, and I'm still gonna, go by whatever they do. I'm still gonna mimic everything they do.
Yeah, this is where I'm at right now. I was in the conscious community for years, over 15 years. And the same rhetoric, I keep hearing it over and over again. We keep complaining. Nobody's doing nothing. We complaining. They come in and they doing it. Eventually we gotta make a step. You see, like just constantly ranting on the internet, it's not gonna do anything. I was looking at a story where 19 black families bought, I think it was like 90 some acres of land or something in South Georgia. Just 19 people were able to put their small resources together and were
But
able to
let me tell you what's going on with that. So where they bought it, I forgot what happened. Like a white person wanted to come in and invest or build a home on that land, and the black family said no, we're not going to allow you to. And from my understanding, the city or whatever said that it's unconstitutional because it's discrimination, something weird. So you can't have you can't have specific, you can't have your own black city here in America because it goes against the laws of discrimination. So I think that happened recently.
Okay. Sorry about that. I would say I agree with you. It's like, but I was just using that as an example. Just 19. Imagine how far that money would have went in a on the continent of Africa, on whatever country you choose. And we came as an organized group to build infrastructure. It could be an already existing city, or we could build it from scratch. But it's like constantly, ranting is not going to do anything. Just like, when I went to Ghana, I seen the Chinese building highways over there. And I was just like, I can respect what they're doing because they come in with solutions. They're not coming complaining, even though we can, debate on, the tactics they use or whatnot. But why we can't use those same tactics while our dollars are still spendable?
Oh, that's real simple. I can answer that real simple. We hate each other. We don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? If me, you, and Dynast right now was to be on the street right now, and you walking one way, we all coming to the front door of a Kroger or Walmart, and it's us three. You get what I'm saying? We don't know each other. You know what I'm saying? We won't even speak to each other. We won't even talk. We don't even hold a conversation with each other. But that's how we are as a people. We are just hateful in nature to each other. We're the only group of people that's talking about we wish a nigga would. We the only group of people that talk like that. We're the only group of people that sit up and say speaking correct English is talking white.
My brother, the point I'm making
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that the mind frame need to change. We can always sit up and talk about the number that white people did on us, but I don't care. I wake up every day and decide whether I'm gonna be a fuck nigga or a real nigga. Regardless, you can take the nigga part off of it. Whether I'm gonna speak to every black person I see, regardless. You get what I'm saying? Whether I'm gonna have my ass on my shoulder or I'm gonna walk with my head high and respect every black person I see. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like we don't give each other a chance. It's almost like we have pushed everybody to the side. Now, I agree with your points, my brother, but be realistically. You know what I'm saying? Out of 43 million black people on this earth, I think about 15% are woke. 85% don't give a damn. They love being up under. These are the type of people that are gonna live up under this system, is gonna complain about it, and then show up for work Monday morning on time. This is when they're gonna be parking their car, running like goddamn Flojo to the time clock because they ain't got no more occurrences. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go home, talk shit. You know what I'm saying? The men gonna talk shit about the women gonna talk shit about the men. They're gonna get on Shade Room. They're gonna get on all these other websites and just talk they shit and then fuck around. That's all we do. You know what I'm saying? So it starts with the mentality. And out of the 15% that are woke, it might be 5 or 6% that would ever even take a trip to Africa, not alone just moving there. And I understand some of the drawbacks or whatever, you know what I'm saying, the language barriers, and everybody don't just want to go to the countries that are English speaking. Some people might like the francophone, the countries that speak French, But so it's as far as Africa concerned, it's not like how it is in the United. And believe me, I'm not comparing Africa to the United States. I'm saying that the welcome center for people that's coming back is not that. You're really just basically on your own when you go to Africa. And then if you have a problem, they tell you to go to your own embassy, to try to figure out, am I right or wrong, Dynas? You have to go to your own embassy to get your problems handled in Africa.
You're right.
So what I'm saying is,
I'm not trying to be naive.
Let me finish the last point. What I'm saying is that for some people like me, dog, I'm telling you that I will go because I'm a resourceful. I'm kind of death-struck to a degree. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I live my life like it's my last. I'm a happy-go-lucky person. So I don't have anxiety or anything. But it's a lot of black people that have anxiety. So if things are not pinpoint right, you know what I'm saying, like an easy transition, you know what I'm saying, they'll get to the airport and they knees start shaking, they'll start peeing on themselves. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that the bridge has to be a bridge with somebody on the other end that can direct you which way to go. You know what I'm saying? Which neighborhoods that you can stay in, which areas you can go. It goes some translators. It goes some, people that you can hire translator, just resources. If that was there too, that would help out a lot of people. But I'm on your side. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, you said something about 15%. 15% of like 40 million is well more than enough people that you need to make a big change. Like I was just saying, you had a small amount of people buy a large amount of land. You get what I'm saying? And thinking of the worst case scenario of everything's not going to solve anything. Like I said, you got the Chinese, right? It's over 1 billion of them. I can guarantee you it's not 1 billion Chinese outside of China. It's only a small number of them outside of the country doing major things. That's what I'm saying. Even if we use the United States as kind of like your money maker to send the money out, that's even a better idea, but just sit and watch the ship sink, and you sitting on, you like they were on the Titanic playing the violin and stuff while the ship's sinking. We see the ship sinking, but we not doing what it takes to get outside of it, get outside the country and start building. But we have all the money, all the resources to do it. We don't have to depend on an embassy in the country. I'm not talking about going as an individual. That's what people messing up at. When you see videos, people leaving America with like $10,000, that's it, and trying to start that's not enough money. You don't have enough resources. We talking about organizing and nation building. You get what I'm saying? I'm not talking about naively just leaving America as a one person or two people and think you're gonna make major change. You're not. You have to do it as a group. You have to come with plans in motion, or it's not gonna work.
I agree with that. I
That's
agree
all I
with
was
that.
saying.
It would take a group effort. But the thing about it is with black people, who's going to be the leader? You know, we're the type of people that if we find out you dated a stripper once or you fought your school teacher, we'll go against you. We want our black leaders to be damn near perfect.
That's
You
the
get what I'm
worst
saying?
case scenario, though, brother. You using worst case scenarios.
Oh wait, well, no. I'm just going by with anything. What I'm saying is that what think about it like this. Let me pose a question to you. What leader in the black community that you think that could pull something like that off? Just give me one or two.
I got one right here, Dynast. I think he can pull it off. That's not trying to, I'm just saying, like, you got people out here you said build a bridge. I heard you say that. You have people that constructed that whole bridge for you. They done put lights on the bridge and flashes, waving you, hey, come on. But it's what I'm saying is this. It's like until we start actually putting our boots to the ground, ain't nothing gonna happen. We see what's happening right before our eyes.
Right.
We see where it's going. Why?
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
why we got to keep thinking so negative and saying that oh man, but this, oh man, but that. If we just, I'm telling you, all it takes is 100 people and put $1,000 a piece together. I know that's like 180, 90, $100 a month. And you know how much money, how far $100,000 goes? And we gonna say a country like, Nigeria or Ghana or whatever, you know how much land you could purchase with that? And then the next year we put another 1,000 together. You start building homes. The guy JT, the big figure, he over there in Burkina Faso, man, doing a lot of work. And that's just one man. Imagine if a group was. It doesn't have to be hundreds.
I don't think he's affiliated with that project anymore in Burkina Faso. He moved to Kenya.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. What happened with it?
Go ahead.
That's another show.
Okay.
That's something else. But let me tell you something, brother. See, the thing about buying land in Africa, which is fine, but the funny part about Africa, the way it's set up, all of the amenities that a lot of black people like are in the city. You get what I'm saying? Am I right or wrong, Dynast? So
You're right.
if you want to buy large parcels of land, what they call hectares, I mean, I had to look up what hectare. I swear I didn't know what hectare means, but I know it's like so many acres. So you would have to buy that land on the outskirts, you know what I'm saying, outside of the main city, you know what I'm saying, and that's where a lot of the amenities are not there. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about.
But Hustle Smart. Then you bring the amenities. You build the amenities.
It's an old saying.
Let me finish. What I'm saying is, for that, Dynast, you can't. That's not a normal brain. That means you have to take the builders over there first. You get what I'm saying? So that's not like a trip to bring the lame people over there. You get what I'm saying? That's a trip of we're saying, well, you know what? Let's start with 100 builders first. Because you can just think about how the Chinese do it, how everybody else do it. They send their builders over there first. They send their contractors over there first. They send their lawyers over there first. You get what I'm saying? They send their scouts over there first. You know what I'm saying? So when you was talking about what Chinese people do, they have a concerted effort that is backed by the government. You get what I'm saying?
That's not true, brother. That's not true.
Huh?
That's not true, brother. They don't have a
What's not true?
They don't have a concerted effort by the government. Sometimes it's just a small group of them. Even the ones that do that illegal, I think they call it Galasim or something like that. It's like illegal gold mining. Sometimes it's only about maybe 2 or 3 of them. That's it. And that's what I'm saying. Even me.
No,
wait a second. Let me say this.
You're using anecdotal stuff. We talking about how they coming over here building these corporations, dog. That's backed by the Chinese government, bro.
Okay, so can I ask you this question, bro? Check this out. if
hold
you
on,
get,
hold on. Let me ask you.
you know, let me.
I was saying my point before you interrupt me. So now let me ask you a question. You know what I'm saying? Now we see the Chinese people because it's a complaint about it now that the Chinese people in the government is over there buying up ports, buying up fishing ground, buying up, you know, they're into the energy sector and all of that. And then the first thing you said was that's not true. And that's one of the biggest complaints in Gambia. That's one of the biggest complaints in Ghana. You get what I'm saying? And you said that that's not true. I'm lost on that.
What I mean by that, you got macros and you got microcosms. You got some people, you're gonna have groups of people.
Yeah, but
that's
the
doing
exception doesn't negate the rule, though, dog.
Let me make my point. You got groups of people that's doing it, but you do have smaller groups that's doing completely other things. They invest in. Like we can learn from that. The point I'm making is we can learn from that. They're not investing a whole lot of money. The contrary to the belief, you talking maybe it might be like $2 or $3 million at a time. That's not a whole lot of money.
How did you come up with that? How did you come up with that number, dog? 2 or 3 million. How did you come up with that number?
The reason why I came up with that number is because the projects they doing partial projects. They might start on maybe a strip that's a mile long. They'll take the ground, level it out, and then they'll put the rocks down, all that good stuff. Then they'll stop. Then they'll wait till some more money come in. Why we can't do the same thing? It's like we making excuses. If we go to a village, and like you said, like Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. If we go to a village and we say, hey, we're interested in investing in infrastructure, who's gonna deny millions of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars? It's like we counting ourselves out before we even start. You haven't even tried, and you say, oh man, it's impossible. We can't do that. Like, why would you say that?
I'm with you, but what I'm saying is a whole bunch of ifs can get. I mean, what I'm saying is you can put the word if, maybe, probably, mostly on anything. You get what I'm saying? But everything that you say sound good. It's a pie in the sky, but it's good. It was a program where black people was putting in the money, but what I just saw black people do, I saw black people just gave, brother Tyreek Nasheed $1 million to build a museum. You get what I'm saying? Now I saw that, but I ain't seen no type of effort from not one pro-black Pan-African, you know what I'm saying, up with hope, down with dope, putting forth any money to build some type of community over there. So it's a good idea in theory, dog. So everything else you're saying after that is in theory. Yeah, possibly if you had $20 million, but you cannot get black people to come together on nothing because of the mind frame. We spend more money on white people products than we do on ourselves.
So that's why.
Hold on, let me finish, dog. We let you talk. So what I'm saying is that's why that most of our income that goes out. And I forgot what the saying was, Dynas. How long does a black dollar stay in the black community, Dynas?
Like maybe what, an hour, 2 hours?
An hour, 2 hours, bro. And that's full of the woke people too. It's 43 million of us, and the black dollar stays in the black community for an hour. So what I'm trying to say, I'm not knocking what you're saying. I'm just saying that it's a good idea, but it's a pipe dream because we love masses, goods, and services. We love when a new iPhone come out. We love when a new refrigerator come out that's see-through. We love when the new vacuum cleaner come out.
Hold on, Simply. They got see-through refrigerators. I want one.
Yeah, they got the see-through refrigerators now.
They got the see-through refrigerators.
They got the see-through refrigerators where you can see what's in there. You know what I'm saying? And then you can write out a list out on the door, and you can send yourself an email with stuff you need to get from the grocery store. It's innovation. And one thing about black people, we love shiny objects. We love it. So we want the newest. Why you think, my brother, do we get a brand new car or something brand new and we go drive around in the worst neighborhoods? The worst neighborhoods. The flex. We ain't going back in the neighborhood to get nobody no rides. We ain't going back into the neighborhood to show everybody how we got that brand new car. We going back to the neighborhood to stunt on another black person.
But hustle
to show
smart.
another black person
Hustle
you ain't got
smart.
what I have.
but Hustle Park, everything you said black people don't do, black people are doing it, man. There's visa programs in Africa. There's black people building communities in Africa. Like, there's a lot going on that, because I think we got a lot of stuff like messed up when it comes to the internet. Just because people ain't on YouTube, we like, oh, they ain't doing this, they ain't doing it. They doing it. But all the brother is saying is like, he's right with the Chinese stuff. Everything Chinese people do in Africa is not government backed. It's not. There's private enterprise heading to Africa that from China. And the reason why is because Chinese people realize it's 1 billion of us sitting up in this bitch. It ain't enough opportunity for all of us. So many of them just get up, they go move in another country that's easy to go to, and then they have their family members send them money and stuff, and they start businesses, right? So when you talking about, oh, the government don't back them. Look, the reality of the whole situation is this. Black folks gonna have to realize it's gonna have to be a separation, because right now what you got is a bunch of people who say they want to do something, but they're like waiting for a bunch of other people that don't want to do shit to catch up. No one's gonna do that in China. No one's gonna do that in Mexico or Cambodia. They're like, look, I'm going to the money. When y'all figure it out, then y'all gonna come on too. We're not doing that. We got a lot of people on the internet, and then you say like, oh, this person's not doing it. I mean, I did OAP. I'm doing that now currently. Dynast got his projects, and they develop like the land that the OAP has. There's a road that just was made, a brand new tarmac road that was just made that goes right by the land. You know what a road means? That means development is coming. In Africa, when they build a road somewhere, that means development's about to start there, because they go into the best geographical location to like build houses, shopping centers, all that. So I think sometimes we get confused because it's not like, we kind of play ourselves short. Like, we're not doing this. There's always a black person doing something. Like, think about when America first came about, Frederick Douglass, all them dudes, all the stuff they was doing. Those dudes, there was black people on a plantation getting beat. Like, man, a black man will never speak before Congress. A black man will never do this. And a black man ain't never did this. Well, it wasn't that they were wrong. They just didn't know what the hell was going on the other side of the country. And when they found out, it was like, wow, we could do that. People thought a black person would never become president. Then it was done. Then it was like, okay, now a black person can be president. So people are doing this stuff, man. And I think, David, I mean, you're on point. The whole difference is if everyone who has an idea starts to work on their idea instead of just talking about what we need to do. Like Dynast, you're a prime example. How many times do you hear people talking about what we need to do, but they ain't doing shit?
All the time.
That's key, actually.
Yeah, look, all the
Turn on my
time.
brother.
Right.
Don't talk about what we need to do. Do it, David. If you got a project, I'll support it.
I'll support it too.
Yeah. So we need just all the black men need to stop talking about what we need to do. Let the women or whoever talk about that, and then we'll just start doing it. I kid you not, OAP was birthed on a YouTube channel. Literally, someone said something, and I was like, I could do that. And within 6 months, we had land in Africa, full ownership. It's that simple, bro. Just start working.
Yeah, like full stop though. Just like somebody said in the chat, Obama ain't ADOS. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying. Though.
Man, look, Obama is black. Period.
No,
he's blacker than Joe Biden, who ADOS voted for.
Well, I give you that. He damn sure blacker than Joe Biden, but he was raised up by his white mama in Hawaii.
Wait. Let me tell you something real quick. Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for him, you not black.
Oh, you ain't black.
And I know Obama voted for Joe Biden, so technically, Obama is black, according to what your master Biden said. So get your facts straight. Get your facts straight.
Now, listen to this. Now, this is what I was saying. See, it wasn't that I was agreeing with the dude, David. Everything he's saying was good. It's one of those things that sounds good. You know what I'm saying? It's the equivalent of my son telling me that he want to buy me a Bugatti. You know what I'm saying? But he's still asking me for $100 for Fortnite bucks. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it sounds good what he's saying, but he you know what I'm saying, until he put forth the effort,
that's what it is. Now, what I say is, we was talking about the options. Now, what I have did this year, I told the brothers, every Sunday I go to this truck stop in Atlanta because I'm an owner operator, I own my own business. So, I teach brothers to be entrepreneurs. And this year alone, I have gotten 10 brothers, that wasn't making, barely making 20, 30,000 a year. Most of them was still trapping. Put them at a point that they're now can make $60,000 a year to start. You know what I'm saying? But when I started talking about, okay, as brothers, this might not be where we want to survive at. We can take these same skills to Africa, whatever, and then all of a sudden, they don't want to discuss that. That's when the conversation be like, well, all right, man, I appreciate you hooking me up, man. I'm gonna make sure, your referral, that's what it. And they have no problem with, another brother, another sister has no problem with you helping them get money. But the problem becomes, Dynast, the problem is Pan-African Strikes Back. The problem is, David, is to get the same black people to want to donate to a cause for his own people.
That's why you should never waste your time with that.
No. I had to, but I still felt like I did a good thing because, I helped 10, two females, 8 men, to put them in a position to where they ain't got to worry about clocking in. They ain't got to worry about nobody telling them how long they been in how many times they don't been to the bathroom, how long that they food need to digest. You get what I'm saying? So I feel good on that level because I think that we need more entrepreneurship. I think as black people, we promote being an employee. We promote that to our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like we putting our kids out the house at 15 or 16 years old. Maybe not y'all, but y'all know how it is. Most of the time we pushing our kids out the house at, between 16 and 18 years old. So at that point, if they don't have no money saved up and you don't have anything to give them, they're being an employee by necessity.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, my brother.
Sorry.
Okay. Real quick, Thought the Atlantean. Go ahead.
Yes, I was actually agreeing with what the brother was just saying. So what's going on, you guys? So basically, but what I would change to say something a little bit different is that instead of reaching for entrepreneurship, what you need, the actual core of what you really need, is self-sufficiency. In order to free yourself from the system that's keeping you enslaved, you have to slowly free yourself by creating something else on the side. So you use the money that you get from the system, from your 9 to 5, to create yourself something on the side, which is going to be something that makes you self-sufficient. Give you an example. The things that need to be self-sufficient from the system for you to progress in life is you need to make your food self-sufficient. You need to make your education self-sufficient so that you're not relying on the actual system that's enslaving you to provide these goods and services. So that's the first and the easiest thing to do is to start with your food. If you could grow and eat everything that you grow, you don't have to worry about the actual market. And so that's money that's in your pocket that you could use to make yourself develop. These are the type of things that you need to send back to Africa, because what's happening, what really needs to happen, because you're black and you're outside of Africa, that is actually a blessing. You guys may not know it, but when you rise up, that allows you to see Africa from the outside. The Africans are not going to get the same thing that you're going to get by seeing Africa on the outside and used to be on the inside. So and that this system that you guys think are enslaving you is actually the key to awakening you. The same what do you call it? This is the same European style of system that they had up. It's darkness, and if you're able to resist this and maintain a righteous way inside the system, this is how from darkness comes light. This is how we awaken our powers to become forth.
Yeah, Atlantean, I understand what you're saying, but the reality is this: black people are so embedded in the corruption of America, right? We have to get away from the comforts of America because everyone knows what's really killing the black community. It's not crime, it's not dope, it's not none of that. What's killing the black community Right. What's killing the black community is entitlement.
Yep.
You don't gotta even go to work no more, and you can live, and you don't gotta have a job, but you could eat. If they erase welfare, tomorrow, the black community would be booming in 2 summers. Why? Because once you take away the safety net, people have to get up and get it on their own, or they don't eat. So that's why we encourage black folks to go to Africa or to at least visit so they can see what it's like, how black people get after it when there's no safety net, right? You go to Africa, there's somebody on the side of the road selling bananas next to a grocery store selling a bunch of bananas, right? Because it's like, look, even if I get 10 shillings, that's better than zero, right? Because if I don't do this, there's nothing coming. And only when black people get to that point in America will they start to do any. No one's gonna farm, right? Farming for black people is like a hobby. Even when they're like, I'm gonna grow my own food, it's still a hobby because.
But that's because they don't understand.
Yeah,
They don't understand.
they
Once
don't
they
understand.
What you think that they don't? What you think that they don't understand, my brother? What you think black people don't understand?
They don't understand life. And this is something you have to understand as you grow as a king to figure out what's really going on.
That's
but that's their life. That's
generational. Generational welfare. Your mom was on welfare, your grandma was on welfare, and your great granny was on welfare. That is life, Doc. For them, that's all they listen. In my community, people when they turn 18 didn't say, yo, I'm gonna get a job. When they turned 18, their mom said, I'm gonna take you down and get on GR, down to the county building. I'm gonna take you to go get free money. When I was a kid,
free food stamps.
When I was a kid, people could fake an injury, Thoth, and get on Social Security for the rest of their life. Period. I know people who ain't never had a job in their life, bro, and they 50 and 60 years old. That is their life. But the reality is, once America pull a plug on that welfare, that's when the black community gonna come up. So that coincides, it goes hand in hand, man. But the reality is that is their reality. So you gotta ask the ones who are willing, can you unplug from your reality and go live a new reality? Or are you so connected to it, it's literally pulling folks out the matrix like the damn movie?
Yeah. Hey, Truth, where you from, my brother?
Me, I'm in Bermuda.
You're in Bermuda. Let me tell you something about black people in the United States. If you offer black people, be like, you know what? You can go over here and farm this land. You know what I'm saying? Now, you standing right there next to me, right? And I say, this brother right here is he's gonna show y'all how to farm land. Or either you can cut his throat and get a free $500 gift card from Walmart. Which one you think black people in America would take?
I could give you a little example of that, because there's a little bit of confusion there but that's not really just black people, that's two things.
No, I got you. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to tell you that the majority, you're in a small country.
Yes, I understand where you're getting at, but what I'm going to show you is that that's not just black people. And what I'm saying, not just race, I'm trying to say that that's black people and that's city versus country. Those are two things happening. You have a city mentality and you have a country mentality. Then you have the black people mentality. And then you understand what I'm saying? So that's two things compounded, because a black person in the country is going to be different from a black person in the city. A black person in the country who grew up country would be farming, because that's what they understand.
Black people live in the country right now.
No, sir. See, hold on, Brad. Let me take this one, man. Let me tell you something, man. My whole family is from the country. I'm talking about Buck-Tuss overall country, and they will still ride with all of that land we got. Because the thing about it, I got 6 acres of land down in the country. They even gave me 6 acres of it. These people will drive all 30, 40, 60, 70 miles to the closest Walmart and fill up the car, truck, the wheelbarrow, whatever they got to do. Because this is the thing. See, the country in a major state is different from a state that's the whole state is about farming. You get what I'm saying? See,
Yeah,
in
like
America,
Idaho or something like that.
exactly. I'm gonna paint the picture with you, dog, because I see that's what I'm saying. See, I hear what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But I got to show you that a lot of black people here, they listen with their nigger ears. You get what I'm saying? And the nigger in them is gonna tell them that, you know what? I could rather drive 40 to 60 miles and get all the stuff I need, or I can be out there in the back breaking sun. See, it's just like Brandon said, if the option wasn't there, then they would go into self-preservation mode. You get what I'm saying? And then you would enjoy it. But once you got a Walmart within 40 to 60 miles from you, from everybody in the United States, everybody in the United States has a Walmart within 40 to 60 miles. If you ever look up their business model, they did their business model based on McDonald's. That's why you can see on McDonald's 10 to 15 miles from everybody in the United States, it's a McDonald's. Walmart did a little difference for the outskirts. You get what I'm saying? Because the way that the transportation, where I work in transportation. So when you got a major one-stop store where you can go get your drugs, you can go get your food, you can go get your clothing, you can get your protection. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's comfort again. That's what it is.
And that's what. Hold on. Let me finish the last point. And that's what Pan African was trying to tell you. Excuse that. Pan African Strikes Back was trying to tell you. We have sold our soul to be comfortable. So therefore, long as Massa only got one finger in our ass paws, we're okay. You know what I'm saying? He can slap us. He can slap us around. You know what I'm saying? As long as he don't slap us on Sundays. He can slap us Monday through Friday, but long as we can do what we want to do on Saturday and Sunday, we'll show up Monday getting ready to be slapped. And on top of that, hold on, this last thing. Let me finish the last thing. And we'll turn on each other to keep that position. But go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I have a solution. The solution is to help them open their eyes. And I have, if you guys will give me 5 minutes.
Hold on 1 second. So Todd, then after Todd, we'll go to David.
Yes, the solution is to help them open their eyes. And I actually have a little bit of information on that to teach people how to open the third eye. It's something that's real simple. There's a mental third eye that we already do subconsciously, but I've learned how to do it consciously, how to train yourself to do it consciously. And if you give me like 2 minutes, I'll bang it out for you to explain it. Basically, what needs to happen is that you need to learn to communicate without words. And in order to do this, you need to find a show, you find an episodic show, find a few episodic shows that you really are interested in, because you need to create that emotion of wanting to understand what's going on in the show. These shows need to be episode 1, 2, 3, and so forth. You need to watch each show 3 times. The show has to be in a language that you don't understand. And what needs to happen is that the first time you watch it, you need to watch it with no subtitles and no sound, and just watch it with the picture. And you have to be alert. You have to reason with yourself and try and understand what's happening in this show, this episode. The next time you watch that same episode, you need to watch it with the sound and just the picture, no subtitles telling you what they're saying, because they're speaking in a language that you don't understand. And then you need to reason with yourself and try and understand further, because you got a little bit more data that's giving you some more information about what's happening. Is that you're building your ability to understand what's happening without words happening. I mean, this is something that we naturally do, but this is an exercise how you could train yourself to make yourself better. The third time you watch it with everything, and then you need to test yourself and reason with yourself logically. Okay, why I didn't get that? Oh, that's what he meant when oh, I see that guy was screaming, and you build yourself up. That technique right there would awaken your eyes.
Let me tell you something.
No, hold on. Let David, then we'll pass it back to you. Go ahead, David. David. Okay, go ahead, Brandon.
You don't live here no more. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, Thought, I love what you're saying, man. But the reality is, we're in the last days. I'm not.
We're in the fight of our life, man.
Listen. This is the 12th round, bro, and we gotta knock him out. We
Yeah,
11
but that's where you
rounds.
got your power from, brother. That's where we actually that's where
Wait
you
a
get your
minute,
power
wait
to
a minute,
spend.
wait a minute. See, because you can't just be like, that's where you get your power. You gotta you gotta be strategic. What we have to do first, thought, is we gotta abandon these people who don't want to move forward. It's like you on a battlefield and you trying to drag dead bodies, bro, off the battlefield. When the battle is over, both sides allow the other side to come onto the battlefield to pull the dead bodies off the battlefield. That's a war, right? In a war, there's no shooting. You allow their medics to come and drag the dead bodies off the field. We are in the North American theater, which is another term for battlefield. We're losing. We have to retreat. You can't keep telling your people, well, you got to try to explain to a bunch of people. Have you ever saw the movie Jason's Lyric, Thoth? Have you ever saw that movie?
No.
You should watch that
But
movie.
I think I see what you're saying. You can't explain. You have to actually show
Wait, look,
actions. And that's
in that movie, and this is a good analogy niggas can understand. In that movie, not you because you never watched it, but black folks, in that movie, the guy's brother is a gang member. He's a violent criminal. The other guy just sells TVs, right? He's an honest, hardworking American. But every time his brother gets into trouble, he goes to bail his brother out. He goes and fights gang members. He gets into it with bad guys trying to protect his brother. He meets a girl. He can't even have the relationship with the girl because he's always trying to go save the brother, right? And the woman said, there's a line in that movie. Dynas, you got a lot of feedback. There's a line in that movie that I will never forget. She said, stop trying to save a brother that don't want to be saved. If black people are going to move forward, we can't waste another minute trying to convince anybody. This is what we do on YouTube. Like we have these discussions with brothers who really trying to do something. This should be where they can come to get what they need so they can make the same move. Beyond that, we can't waste a single fucking minute trying to talk to them about anything because what we have thought, they don't want it. These people you talking about could make it to every concert, every Super Bowl cruise, every picnic, every bike fest down in South Carolina. These folks got PPP money and was all up in Florida, in Texas, and out where you live at, all up in
Dominican Republic.
They are doing exactly what they want to do. Over $20,000 of miscellaneous income, disposable income, went through the hands of damn near every black person in America in 2021, brother. What did they do with their money? Build Black Wall Street? Start a business? No, they spent it in white folks' restaurants, on white folks' clothes, up in white folks' stores. Black people keep telling you, look, nigga, we don't want what you talking about. And we keep on saying, nah, we gotta save them. We gotta save them. At that point, who's the fool? Them or you? We the fool.
It's going to be the one that's trying to save somebody who doesn't want to be saved. Because that's the reason why you're not supposed to actually chase them like that because they're the ones that have to accept what needs to happen. So it's like, well, that's a little bit if I go into that. But yeah, what you're saying is correct. But like I said, you don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater. So you don't want to make sure, not ignoring everybody, you don't want to make there be somebody that you could have helped in the whole bunch by you ignoring those people. And so that's one thing that you want to be careful of because sometimes people just need to know that this shit is out here and they don't even know. Even though the internet's here, there's people that don't even know.
No, let me tell you something, my brother. Hold on, Brad. Let me explain it in another way. Black people know all black people in the United States know exactly what's going on. They know. It's nobody that doesn't know. It's a want to, and it's a need to, and it's a not gonna do. And there's more black people that have this not gonna do. They have assimilated to the technology, the innovation. You get what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
have
the truck to be lived.
you have more black people that they might have an apartment with $30,000 worth of gadgets inside the house. You get what I'm saying? This is what we do. We'll have a brand new car staying in apartments. You get what I'm saying? You won't catch a black person that'll buy a house and won't have a car. But you get black people that buy a car and don't have nowhere to stay at. Sleeping on Dinah's couch, sleeping in Brandon's basement, sleeping whatever, because we have assimilated to that. And it ain't the point that nobody's tricking us. We know that it's not smart to buy a $40,000-$50,000 car first. But the
No,
point that it looks good, it impresses other black people. Let me tell you, I don't know how it is over where you at, brother. But
it's exactly what you said happens over here as well.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, they know you. But wait, but you hold on for a second, my brother. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna let you finish. What I'm saying is, you keep saying that it's somebody that might get missed. No, that person that might get missed better get the memo. If you don't have no time when you're in a war. See, I don't know about but where you stay at, but in America, we're at war. It is systematic oppression and all of that. They're putting drugs in the community. They dropping guns in the community. You get what I'm saying? They got the CIA. They got the CIA. They got the CIA selling drugs. They got the CIA selling guns. You get what I'm saying? They putting fentanyl. Laced with the booger sugar. You get what I'm saying? Like it's really systematic. You get what I'm saying? But even the people that know what's going on, it's still a lot of black people that's living a middle income lifestyle where they're making between $50,000 to $80,000, where they feel like shit. Whatever happened to them niggas happened. You know what I'm saying? Long as me and mine is good, we straight. And I'm telling you, the system, the way it's set up, it got a little spot. It got a little area for those type of black people. You can look it up. You can go on YouTube right now and see what's the affluent black neighborhoods, top 10 affluent black neighborhoods. And you can see these are the black people that's making $50,000 to $150,000 a year. They ain't dealing with the niggas that's lost. You get what I'm saying? They taking their little piece, and go. And that's what a lot of black people, the upper echelon, the elites, the boule niggas, the sucker niggas, they see that the house is burning. So what they did is they moved their kids up out the burning house. They moved their kids out there where the liquor stores on every corner. They moved their kids out of the neighborhood where there's a Chinese restaurant on every corner. They moving their kids out where there's a City Trends on every corner. They moving their kids out where it's drug dealing and prostitution at. So they go ahead.
Hustle smart. And the thing what we don't realize is this too. Black people don't even respect you unless you separate from them. Like black people respect. Like if I was like, black people, let's have a rally right now, downtown Long Beach, to save ourselves in downtown Long Beach, because black people are dwindling here. We're getting pushed out, right? And then Jay-Z was like, yo, everybody, I'ma be over on North Long Beach at a Jack in the Box parking lot, and I'm only gonna be there for 5 minutes. Who do you think more black people gonna go to see? The guy who's trying to work out how they're gonna continue to survive in the city where they dwell, or Jay-Z at that parking lot? See, when you separate from black folks and you're doing something bigger than what they're doing, that's when they listen to you. Notice how many black people listen to JT, the bigger figure. In America, nobody cared about JT, the bigger figure. But when he left America and he started spending that money out in Africa, he got people who left America, bro, and went out there with him. You have to separate, because the weak outnumber the strong, brother. But the weak can drag down the few strong ones if the strong stay in their ranks. That's why you don't put an army. That's why you don't see a military base in the middle of a major city. Why? Because everything the military instills in that soldier can be taken out of him if he is allowed access to the outside world, the inner city world. He'll be going AWOL, tripping. So they pushed him way out into the country somewhere, so there's nothing else around to distract him. So that's why it's like, we got to get the hell out so we can build, bro. It's like that movie Get Out, but just not white folks. You got to get out of it, because you could be walking down the street in a black community and a black person will straight up just take your life, bro, over nothing. And now that's one good black person off of the chessboard. So I'm telling you, everywhere you are, anywhere you are right now listening to this dialogue, stop worrying about, like, you're going to have to let your family go. You're going to have to let go of some of these friends, right? You feel me? You're going to have to let go of some of these people who you got these unhealthy emotional attachments to. If you ever want to see unity, if you ever want to see liberation, because those people are just anchors holding you down, keeping you from realizing your full potential. So either you want to be successful or you want to be a dummy with the rest of the dummies. That's your two options. You're not smart if you're still trying to hang around a bunch of dummies. It's just you not. You depend on them just as much as you think they're depending on you. They're validating you. That's why you want to keep on dragging them along like a ball and chain. Damn that. Go do your Africa plan. Build it. Why, by the time all these people 40 and 50, they're going to be saying, damn, man, I should have did what you did. Period.
Let me be all the way honest. See, Brandon has a way of, being politically correct. But let me give it to you straight up, my brother. It's more dumb niggas than it is smart niggas. Let's just call it what it is. And the problem with us is that the dumb niggas got the loudest voice. The dumb niggas get the most attention. The dumb niggas is the one that the media put on TV. The dumb niggas is the one that goes around and sells the most product. In our community, we ostracize the smart person. You get what I'm saying? We call the smart person a lame. We call the smart person a sucker. We call the smart nigga, he's acting white. You get what I'm saying? We don't do that. We'd rather go work for a white person than to work for a smart black person. You get what I'm saying? We think a brother that's smart and dressing good, we think that he's better. We think that he's not acting black. But see, let's flip it on the other way around, because I know how a lot of people like to play the what about white people. See, the difference between white people is that the smart white, the dumb rednecks, they don't socialize with the smart white people. You don't see the dumb rednecks going to Beverly Hills. You get what I'm saying? But if you come to Atlanta, you'll see the brokest, dumbest niggas with no business about themselves, no jobs, no career out there at Lenox Mall in the Gucci store, buying MCM, buying Fendi, buying Prada, buying Louis. You get what I'm saying? But see what the dumb rednecks will do, they'll see somebody that's smart, a smart white person be like, well, how about you open up this business in the community? I'm gonna get the rest of the dumb rednecks and we'll come work for you. You get what I'm saying? Because the dumb rednecks is still smart enough to know that they can make some money off the smart cracker. But far as black people, if we see a rich nigga coming into the neighborhood, black people will be sitting up there plotting, seeing how they can rob him, seeing where he live at, so they can take something from him. Because we don't like to work with each other. We hate, I'm telling you straight up, we hate each other. You get what I'm saying? And that's why we're so quick to go off, kill each other. But when it comes to white people, we sit up there and act like we won't get the same, like we're gonna get a different prison sentence. Like we ain't gonna eat the same jail food. Like we ain't gonna sleep in the same dormitory. Like they gonna feed you different food for killing a white person. You know what I'm saying? I have this thing to what I was telling my brothers, how as I was riding in this car, never forget this, and I always bring this up, where it was 4 of us and we had went to a club and we was all eating Waffle House, all this shit. And we had to pass through the white neighborhood to get back to our neighborhood to drop off a few people. All the brothers in the car started throwing their trash out the window as soon as we got in the black neighborhood. That now think about it. It was black people standing
Yeah,
out there.
conditioning.
Yo, hold on. Let me finish. See, it was black people standing out there that can see us throwing the trash out. But these brothers didn't care. But in the white neighborhoods, bro, it was nobody standing out there. They could have threw their trash out the window and nobody would have seen a thing. There wasn't no stores open. It was, I mean, the lights, you can hear the light flashing when it changing from red to green. But they all of them waited and started throwing their trash out the window once we got in the black neighborhoods where all the cameras at. Because in the black neighborhood, that's where they put all the cameras at. There are not no cameras out there in the white neighborhoods like that. But black people don't even take pride in their own neighborhoods. And then when the white people come in there and take over it, you act like they supposed to give you something. When you had 5, 10, 20, 30 years to even try to own something. But black people, we like to move around. We like to stay this place, move this place, stay to this neighborhood. You stay there. You can go around the city and ask black people what side of town they don't stay on. And they'll tell you 5 or 6 side of town, 8 or 9 different apartments, 2 or 3 houses they don't rent it. And they don't own a damn thing. But go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, that was my life as well. But that was because we was poor. Cause my family is from Jamaica and we migrated to Bermuda. But if I would have grew up in Jamaica, I would have been poor, and everybody else would have been poor around me. But when I came to Bermuda, I was poor, but everybody else wasn't so poor around me, so it was a different experience. But yeah, what you're talking about is the conditioning. And we all know that conditioning exists, but it's about knowing how to fix that conditioning. But you guys just want to leave those people and then leave them at the side and then. Which I understand, because that's a part of nature as well, to separate, get stronger, and then come back. As long as you come back and not just leave them hanging, then you won't see yourself as just, bailing on your brother that's looking for your help. But your brother's misguided, but just needs a little bit of help because he's not as good as you who are woken.
No, he's not.
This
He's
nourishment
not
and this awakening
misguided.
there.
He's not misguided, bro. That's what you having a hard time grasping.
Yeah.
Bro, it's black folks who know more about consciousness than you or me, bro. There are black folks who were raised in Pan-African households, raised in Muslim households, do for self, create your own, and they just rejected that, bro. It's like somebody grew up in a Christian house and they go out and become a porn star. Well, she just doesn't know. She knows. She's just
No,
making a
it's one thing to know, and then it's one thing to understand. Because this knowledge
Do
stuff, it
black
doesn't
people
affect you.
do black
It
people
doesn't.
know they tired of getting their ass whooped by white folks? Yeah, they do. Do they know white folks is racist? Yes, they do. Just with the knowledge of that, why would a black man say, why would you move to Africa? It should be obvious. It might not be what he wants to do, but if you kick a dog, bro, and then open the fence, the dog's gonna run out the fence. A dog got that sense. He hurt me, I'm gone. We're like, he hurt me, but I'ma still stay there. I use the analogy of Superman. When Krypton was dying, blowing up, did his parents sit up and say, "Oh, let's try to save everybody"? They said, "No, we gotta preserve the species because we tried to warn these people." If you know about Superman, I'm in the comic books. Superman's family tried to warn the leadership of Krypton that, the planet was basically gonna destroy itself. They didn't care. They didn't listen. So when it came down to it, Superman mom and dad was like, well, we just gonna get our baby out of here. That's the point we're at, Doc. That's where we are. We are not in a point. 1980 was when we should have been having these discussions. 1980, right? When guys like Dr. Amos Wilson was alive, we rejected those people wholesale. Look at Tupac. What did Tupac say? The old way ain't working. So we got to think of a new way. Since that day he said that in 1994 or 1996, we have not changed the way we do things. We are way on Nintendo 64 and everybody else on PlayStation 5 and shit. Like, we're still operating like that, bro. Give a black man $100. Wait and see what he's gonna do with it. We get more money and go spend and waste it on more. I got a brother talking about, I want to go get a new Porsche truck. The guy doesn't even have a place to live. He's bounced around from different females' house. I got a friend went and bought a Tesla. He bought back the post. It's Tesla time. The guy doesn't even have a place to live. We know, bro. Don't you think everyone knows they need a place to live? So when you got a group of people who say every day, am I going to go get a place to live, or am I going to go buy the new pair of Jordans? And they keep choosing to buy the new pair of Jordans. That means they're willfully ignorant.
Why do you think they do that?
Because they care more about what's on their feet than what's they're having a place to stay.
I know, but deeper than that, what? Try and think of the mental part of it, of why they made this decision. And of course, I can give you my opinion on why I think why, but I'm interested in why you think why.
Because they more worried about impressing other people and keeping up with the Joneses than having a place to live, bro. That's it. Why our grandma go get the biggest hat and the best dress to sit up in church when there ain't nothing but top ramen and cup of noodles in the refrigerator? Because she's more concerned about impressing those people at church than she's concerned about putting food in your mouth. That's the reality. It's not about ignorance or they just don't know. They're not kids, bro. They're grown folks. We all have access to this thing called the internet, bro. And just like you, I'm sure, and us, we've had these Genesis to Revelation type conversations with people over Pan-African and stuff. Do you hear me wasting time talking to my friends on the West Side? Hey man, they know. They don't give a damn.
Because this same thing always happened to me. Because in Bermuda, a house costs like $1.6 million, the average house in Bermuda, and that's U.S. money. And I had a decent job and everything like that, but that was still a lot of money for me to pay. So what happened? That I was working a lot more than what the average Bermuda one was working. But what happens is that a car is a lot cheaper payment to have some type of comfort instead of waiting for a house. When you're trying to, if there's no light in the end of the tunnel, it's hard for you to go down that path because the payment for a house is so large and it's so long before you actually see progress. That discourages people. A car, they can see progress even though they're cutting themselves short. They have the ability to see a change in their status, and that's why.
Let me pass. Hidden hand. Go ahead, hidden hand.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, I just recently joined the live stream and the video.
Welcome, my brother.
So hey, this is my input on the whole issue. Our people are way behind. Up here in Michigan, man, you have Mexicans starting home improvement businesses coming into an all-black neighborhood and fixing up like I live in Detroit. We have a lot of vacant homes that they're trying to get people to buy. And vast majority of the people buying this is Mexicans and whites. Now, mind you, they're not buying it for themselves. They're buying it to make income off of.
I agree with you.
Every time I try to talk to another brother, like, you know what, why don't we get together and do that? Oh man, you know, we can't try to start no Wall Street no more, man. They bombed our shit before. That's their answer.
First thing, man.
This is the thing. We black people in America walk with so much fear. They're afraid of everything. They're afraid of their shadow.
By design. That's what it's.
We're not afraid of anything, bro.
We're not afraid, man.
Black folks ain't even afraid. Listen, bro. Black folk, Dynast, I've used this analogy before. I used to be in a gang, bro. We would know. Look, you'd be like, hey, cuz, you got the burner on you? Nah, nigga, I left it at the house. Hey, bro, it's a party over on the east side. You know the enemy's gonna be there, but we ain't got no burner. F it, man. Let's just go anyway. We just do what we gotta do. We are not afraid of anything. That's the whole point. Dude, let me tell you something. There's a woman, right? who's like, yo, I don't want to get robbed or mugged, so I don't walk down that street at night. Then there's a woman who's like, my pimp wants me to sell my body on that street late at night, and she'll walk down that street with a damn thong on, right? We're not afraid of nothing. We keep using that. We keep using this. We're afraid of police. We're not afraid of the police. We're not. We just keep using that. We're afraid because it's a great excuse, bro. Because I guarantee you, if white folks was like, look, if you go remodel this house, I'll let you go. I'll give you the money. Go remodel this house, and I'll go let you meet this celebrity or this famous person you love. We go in there and do it. We don't have the incentive to build. Why does a man? When will a man think about building when he lives for free on Section 8 or with his girlfriend or with his mama and she paid $13 and $15 a month for rent? It doesn't even make sense to buy a house. What you said, I'm gonna go pay $1,500 for a mortgage when I'm paying $15 for rent? We have no incentive to do anything. It's not about fear. It's about incentive. And in America, Black people have no incentive to improve themselves because Black people is like a big fat, they're like me, a fat person sitting on the couch and somebody's hand delivered. You ever saw the movie, the show, My 600-Pound Life, and the person is ginormous? You know there has to be someone delivering them food, right or wrong, Dynas? They can't keep gaining weight unless someone's walking food to them every day, helping them wipe their ass every day.
And it's usually a skinny person that's doing it.
Yes, that's America. America's like, let's just feed these dudes to the point of immobility. They've stuffed us. We're fat. We're living on the fat of the land. And now we 600-700 pounds and we can't move because we so accustomed to them just shoveling food in our mouth. We've lost all ability to feed ourselves. It happens even in the animal kingdom. It happens even in the animal kingdom. If an animal has no natural predators, they multiply too rapidly and they all end up dying from starvation because there's no one to call the numbers. There's no one to check the growth of the population. That's what's going on in Black America. A woman get pregnant. She just walk across the street and go get an abortion. She don't got to be responsible. I'm going to just get rid of it. A man get a woman pregnant. Shoot, he don't got to pay for that baby. All he got to do is go sell weed. See, they've broken down our internal structure. They've broken, like Nas said in the song, our values have become so low that our values are no good. They've destroyed the infrastructure of Black America and we're reeling. We got nothing. There's no foundation. So everyone's just doing anything and doing nothing at the same time. You can't save those people. You got to take the ones that you can work with. You got to, it's like you said, man, I'm going to send my daughter to the ghetto school in town. And maybe her good morality and her sense of honesty will rub off on those ghetto hoodlums at that school. You know it's not going to rub off. Your daughter going to come home pregnant because they're going to rub off on her. Filth rubs off on cleanliness. Cleanliness don't rub off on filth. So we have to separate from these people. You just got to get with like-minded people. Everybody on these platforms, I don't look at you guys like y'all learning. Y'all people teaching. Oh, we got to educate. No, y'all grown. Y'all like a bunch of grown folks talking about, yeah, can you please go buy me some cereal? Can you drive me to Hot Topic? We are all peers in this joint. Every last one of us has what it takes to start something tangible, get some results, and get what we want and help the like-minded people get what they want, whether that's going to Africa or building America. But will you do it or will you keep on intellectually masturbating, listening to me talk about it, listening to Dynas talk about it, listening to Hustle Smart talk about it? Like, you're responsible. When it comes down, everyone's accountable and no one's going to be innocent. So get your ass to work.
The hidden hand, man. Let me tell you something, man. You from Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Man, Detroit is a fucking war zone. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know for a fact, you know, I be in Detroit all the time. Got family live there. They ain't scared of nothing in Detroit. You get what I'm saying? Because hold on, let me finish. But this is what I'm gonna tell you what they're scared of. Black people are scared of accountability. Black people are scared of having to keep up with paperwork. Black people are scared of investing in something that might not get a return on. So that's why you got more brothers and sisters in Detroit living that gang life, living that drug life, living that hustle life, or living that strip club life. You get what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Atlanta had plenty of strip clubs, but the Detroit scene in the strip club is ridiculous. Where you can get killed coming out the strip club. Where you got people following home. It's a whole different monster. I went to restaurants to go get something to eat. I thought I was in some type of Russian encampment. It was behind plastic bulletproof doors where they had a sliding tray and burglar bars. Who the fuck put burglar bars up in a restaurant where dudes sitting there shooting each other inside the restaurant? Detroit people ain't scared of nothing. You get what I'm saying? But what they do is they concentrate on the nothing shit. So you'll get brothers with $10,000. He would rather go invest on some street shit because he know the street. He know his hood. He know how his gang set up. If he only just sell dope with his gangs, if he only do shit amongst his people, he know he can make a good profit. Yes, he might get killed or whatever, but he been living that street life all his life. What he don't want to do is to go out here and play this business role. You get what I'm saying? Because that way he will lose street credits. You know what I'm saying? Some of the same niggas that he don't put in work for find out that he got a business, especially in Detroit, they'll run up on his business and green light him. Now go ahead, my brother.
But yeah, that's pretty much where I was going with this.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
When I said black people are afraid, I'm not talking about like we're afraid of just everybody. I mean, like we're afraid to build something for ourselves.
I agree.
We don't want let me say it this way. Every other nation that came to America as foreigners has taken their money back to their home country and built something. These people, look at Mexicans and Asians. Look how high their communities have gotten in the past decade or so. And look how low our people have gotten.
Yeah,
and black people have such a mindset to where we would rather blame other black people who come to America than to hold ourselves accountable.
well, we can't blame other people because, like you said, those people feed us. How many people's kids wouldn't even eat in the hood if it wasn't for the Chinese store in the $1 chow mein and the 3 pieces of chicken for $1.50, right? How many people?
Nobody
How many?
kids would eat.
Right. How many people kids wouldn't eat if it wasn't for the Mexican go get the taco, the street taco for $1 a taco, and they'll give you 6 tacos for $5, right? So we've become dependent on even those people, right? Because if those people got up and said, "I'm gone," what you won't even be able to feed yourself, right? Because you don't want to pay cash on groceries, right? But then you didn't blew all your food stamps running back and forth to the liquor store, paying 3 and 4 times what it would cost for a box of cereal. So we used to be dependent on whites, but now all the other races realize something. We can live like parasites off of these blacks.
Right.
If we go into their community, make them totally dependent on us, we will never be broke. We will never suffer. You want cigarettes? They selling that. You want lotto scratcher tickets? They selling that. You want a donut? They sell. It always boggles my freaking mind how black people, the number one group, I don't eat that. What is that? If you take them to a fancy restaurant, but then you take them to the ghetto and they shoveling every type of Chinese food in their face, every type of Mexican food in their face. Oh, give me that beef tongue burrito. Like, dude, I just tried to give you some freaking Indian food and you was acting like you was looking at an alien on the plate. Now you gonna eat a beef tongue, a beef brain burrito. Black folks was the number one people eating hog head cheese, diners, right or wrong. Hog head cheese is pig brains.
Right. Right.
That same black person taken to a fat shop. Ugh, I don't eat that. That showed you. They programmed you to like their shit. They programmed. Bro, I was just telling diners, in LA, there's a phenomenon occurring. Most of the soul food places are owned by Mexicans now. Mexicans have realized, look, we can make some artery clogging shit and they'll come buy it from us. Mexicans have transitioned from making Mexican food to making soul food now. And black folks is lined up eating it. Lined up.
And you know what? It's the same way down here, except it's the Arabs, the ones that's making the soul food now.
Right.
And they set up shop all around Detroit. Mexicans, Asians, Arabs, all around Detroit. And they come in here, make their money, they go back. And you know what? We can't really blame them at this point.
But listen. Is it because we're scared to open up soul food places? No. Once they start doing it, we feel like, yo, we ain't got to do that because there's already somebody doing it.
The pressure is lifted.
Yes, it's already somebody doing it for us. That's black folks. We want somebody to do it for us, right? Yep. White people don't even got a national food. But guess what? They will open up a Mexican restaurant, a pizza parlor, right? Whatever, and they'll go sell that pizza. You don't see, they'll be like, yeah, the Mexicans could work here, but we're not going to give them ownership of the company. Black folks let me tell you, and this is my last point, guys. I know I'm talking a lot. This is what happens in a soul food restaurant. First, you got a black person in there cooking. Then the black person say, damn, I want to take the weekend off to go to Vegas. If I teach Pedro how to make the oxtails and the collard greens and the cornbread, I don't even got to show up to work. I could just tell him to go in and get everything started, and then I just come in, make sure everything's cool or not, and then shovel the food out. That's what this is about. You give Pedro all your recipes, right? Now he say, I know how to make all this shit. And my taste testers are black folks. They telling, I hear the black folks praising the owner about how good the oxtails is. That's telling me I could open up a soul food restaurant because I make the oxtail so good that black people love them. You didn't gave away your business to him. You didn't gave him your business. Instead of saying, hey, man, work the counter, or hey, man, sweep up the floor, or hey, man, make that cornbread, something simple. You didn't give him the whole business.
You know what?
Now he leave and open up and compete with you across the street.
And you know what? When they sometimes have black people working in their stores down here, but you don't see black people doing the same shit they do.
No, black people ain't never in the kitchen. Black folks ain't never in the kitchen.
Never. They always sweeping up the floors.
Yeah, somebody got to clean up the toilets. Somebody got to wash the windows. Somebody got to work the register. You get what I'm saying? Shit that don't take that much brain power. You get what I'm saying?
They don't want to put the information back into your community. That's what it is. Because look, there's a place right by my house called Tim's Barbecue. There's 2 black women that work in there. You will never, it's owned by Asians. There's 2 black women who work in there, and you will never catch them in the kitchen, bro. I made a mistake of eating there because I saw the black woman at the counter, so I assumed, oh, this is probably a family-owned thing. She making it, and she was packing up the food and stuff. But the Asians was making the food. They just didn't work that day, so her and other black girls in there packing it. They had already pre-made everything. I said, these beans is so good. You made these barbecue beans? She said, oh no, the owner makes them, right? I said, who the owner? Your brother, your son? Oh no, he's an Asian guy. I said, and your black ass ain't looked over his shoulder to learn the recipe so you can start your own barbecue spot? All you need is a smoker. That's it. But we don't want to do it, man. Once someone else does it, we feel relieved. Oh, thank God, because I don't want to be in that kitchen. But every Negro walking around talking about this shit. A black man, look, he don't want to open up a food business, Dynast, but let the women go in the kitchen and start cooking. Hey, you got a troll in your chats, webcam chats, hot girls and boys. But let the women go in the kitchen on 4th of July, Dynast, and go in the kitchen and start cooking. That Negro will be all up in the kitchen trying to tell him, oh, you ain't doing that right. You ain't da-da-da-da-da-da. See, we only want to play one up when it's our own people. But when it's the other race, oh, brother, these are so good. Man, these hot dogs are so good. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But got the skills and the knowledge, but don't want to. I told my grandma, I said, you lazy as hell. You know how to cook. You know how to cook all these years. And you ain't never started no type of food business at all. She lazy. She don't want to work.
And you know what?
Shit.
That's what it boils down to, laziness.
I don't care if she old. She was young when I met her, when I first met her, and she still wasn't doing shit.
You think it's laziness head to hand? Let me tell you something. What it is, man. It's laziness. True, but no, black people, we only like to compete against each other. We don't compete against white people. We don't compete against Chinese people. We don't compete against Arabs, nothing. We all try to compete against each other. We try to compete which one of us can get the most cheap pussy. You know what I'm saying? You got these big booger wolf, Stacey Abram looking bitches, big husky hyena, wig weave wearing uppity twerk monkeys from Southeast DC. They sit up here trying to, they say, huh?
Language.
They sitting up here trying to figure out how much weed they got. 36 inches. This bitch got 36 inches. The other chick gonna try to get 38 inches. This chick got 6-inch nails. The other chick gonna put 8-inch nails, and then she gonna put a real live bat on her fingernails. This chick got a waist trainer on. This bitch gonna put a waist trainer around her ankles. This bitch got beads around her waist. This other chick gonna put beads around her neck. We only compete against each other. That's all we do. But when a white person get around, we start smiling and get to dancing. You know what I'm saying? And the same shit that we do over here is some of the same shit they do over there in Africa. That's why we were the perfect niggas to enslave. We were the perfect out of all the other race of people that was put in slavery. Black people was the best. We're the best slaves ever. Because even after they took the whip away, even when they took the chains off us, you get what I'm saying? Even when they stopped separating us, even when they stopped raping us, even when they stopped hanging us, they niggas still sit up and be like, well, okay, massa, you know what I'm saying? You just sit up here and do everything. I still will work for you as long as you ain't put me in no chains. As long as I can buy the same clothes, long as I buy the same clothes you buy, long as I can buy the same clothes, go to the same restaurants you go to, I'll continue to be a good slave for you, and I tell on niggas that you shouldn't have here, and I'll bring other niggas to you so they can get a job too, so you can have a whole bunch of us in here. I never forget when I did have a job. We was out here, and you know the brothers, they want to joke with, you know, we think everything funny, you know what I'm saying? And these group of brothers, they asked this white dude, you know, the white dude, he was the owner of the company. It was called Case Logistics, and he was the head over everything. And they asked him, he was like, hey man, when you gonna get another? I think he had like a Lamborghini or Ferrari or something. He was like, when you gonna get another Ferrari, man? That's an old one. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he was joking with him. He said, when you get back to work. When you get back to work. See, that's the thing.
Ground his ass.
See, like, you know, the niggas bust out laughing. The niggas busted out laughing. But I walked in, I was like, but y'all don't know what he just told you. See, he's gonna go sit in the office and watch some Pornhub while we sit up here on the line. And we got to be on this line. You know what I'm saying? When this conveyor belt is moving, we got to stand in place. So he's going to make all the money he's going to make. He's going to pay you $10, $12 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
while you sit up there trying to crack jokes.
Hey, that was the best comeback ever. When you get, like, he had to have some black in him for that one. That was really, that sounded like Luther off Set It Off. Remember when Luther used to be working on a janitorial job? Hey, Hustle Smart. You're 100% right, man. But look, bro, if your grandma, I don't want to hear nobody telling their grandma how good her cooking is if her ass ain't open up no soul food spot. Period. Because that's what we got. We got all the talent, but hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, right? Black folks got all that. We could sing, we could dance, we could shake our ass, we could do everything well, right? But we don't want to do it if there's somebody who can do it for us. Probably, look, black folks, we started mumble rapping once Eminem and them start rapping regular words for us. They're like, ooh, I'm glad Eminem then took the #1 spot. Now I can just talk about doing drugs all day. I ain't got to do nothing to a high standard. So this is what we're dealing with. Black folks in America love to get mad, but you can get mad as much as you want. It's not going to change the reality, right? The truth hurts, period. Period. So what y'all want to do? Y'all, as many people be in these chat rooms, I would have thought some of y'all would have got together and said, let's do something. The brother David who was on here had a great idea. Why don't you get black folks to 100 black folks to put $1,000 together? Boom, you got 100,000. You know, Tariq Nasheed raised a whole 1 point whatever. He raised a couple $1 million for a museum. That's telling you what black folks want to do. We want to sit up and masturbate on fake history lessons. That's what we want to put our money behind. Everything in America black people want to do, thoughts they can do. They don't want to. If they couldn't, how did Tariq get $1 million for a museum, brother? How did he get that? Because black folks wanted that, because it allows them to stay all huddled up in the victim mindset. Black people's #1 goal in America: continue to play the victim. That's what the agenda is. That's what the agenda has been since 1940, right? That's been the agenda. And you know what? If they did a State of the Black Union, which they never do, they'll say, what's our plans this year? Same as our plans have been for the past 40 years. Keep on sticking it to white folks. Keep on crying and complaining about what they not giving you and how the way they enslaved you keeps you oppressed and all that stuff. And guess what? We gonna get exactly what we got coming to us. Absolutely nothing. They better get to work or get their butt to Africa. And I really want people in the audience to start doing something. Hustle Smart, you could put together something. Dynasty, the Hidden Hand, you could do it. Thought, you could do it, right?
Oh yeah, I'm working on it. I'm actually tuning in with some African.
Let's do this. Let's go ahead and start closing out. What we'll do, we'll go Hidden Hand, we'll go Thoughts, then we'll go Brandon, then we'll let Hustle Smart close out. Hidden Hand, go ahead. What would you like to share in closing?
I mean, I shared everything I want. I pretty much said everything I wanted to say, but all I would want to say is that, man.
Speak in the phone a little bit, bro. Speak in the phone a little bit.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you look clear. Go ahead.
But yeah, what I was saying was, our people, we need to get on our shit, or we need to leave those who don't want anything behind.
True.
That's about it. We got to leave them behind, because if we don't leave them behind, 5-10 years from now, we're gonna be in the same position, probably worse.
Go ahead, Thought.
Yes. So in closing, I would like to just say that, it's okay to leave them behind as long as we have the intent to come back for them or to show them the way. And the real way that we need to do is we need to actually awaken, because you can awaken yourself in America without having to go to Africa. And that in itself is going to give you the brain power, the knowledge, and the technology to be able to do what you need to do in Africa. Right now, if you just go Africa the way you are, you're just going to be plain simple, just like how the Africans are, or even less. So take off your shoes and run. Cardio is the key to running. Barefoot cardio is the key to awakening to these levels. That's my closing right there.
Go ahead, Brandon.
I'll agree with you on the cardio thing. I struggle with cardio myself, but you right about that. But as far as like awaken yourself in America and stuff. If you awaken in America and you truly awaken, it's just torture, bro. It's just torture. It's not even like, it's like purgatory. You like, look at all these black people. Look how smart and talented they are. And then you go to the dude who's like, man, I graduated from Harvard. Hey, bro, let's build a company. Oh, bro, you know what? I was thinking about doing that, man. But you know what? I'm going to go over here and just work on my portfolio. You know, I'm going to build up my resume because you know what we really need to do is this or that. But it's never about, it's never about like doing for self, you know? And at some point when you keep telling people what they need to do, you just become a hypocrite because they're going to turn around and say, well, why aren't you doing it? Right. So me, I got in the mind, like, I'm no longer going to tell people what they need to do. I'm not going to say what we need to do. I'm going to do what I need to do for my own personal sanity. Right. I'm going to do what I need to do because if you look at Black America, whenever it's something bad, oh, we need to fix it. But when it's something good, I did this. I did that. I achieved this, right? So we love to group everybody in when we miserable. But as soon as something positive happens, it becomes an individual thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack the negative shit, the bad shit on an individual level, right? And then when I come up, that's when I'll start talking about we. But once you go to Africa, don't ever look back. You know the story of Lot's wife. What was the rules? Don't look back or you're going to turn into a pillar of salt. She looked back. She longed for the things she had in Sodom, in Gomorrah, and she got turned to a pillar of salt. Why? Because she was looking back at garbage, looking back at destruction, hoping for the things that she enjoyed, right? But she couldn't look to the future. And that's what we're doing in America. We so busy romanticizing past history, bro. It's going to doom us all in the end. Oh, but we invented the cotton gin. Oh, but the black man did the first open heart surgery. Oh, what about Black Wall Street, bro? What about what's right in front of your damn face, right? Just walk forward. So that's all I have to say, man. Stop talking about the past. Stop sitting up being lazy. Get away from your grandma and just, go do work.
All right, that's smart. Take us out.
First thing first, man, salute to the chat, you know what I'm saying? We got to pay respect to Mr. Dynast Amir, you know what I'm saying? Fresh off the banana boat from Nigeria, you know what I'm saying? Still probably got some sand. He's probably got a couple of goat meat bones in his pocket, you know what I'm saying? So he's over there doing real work, man, you know what I'm saying? And the way that he's reaching out to people is the way that he reaches. You get what I'm saying? My name is Hustle Smart. I got a channel called the Simp Police Academy. I hope that Dynast, if he can, drop the link in the chat. You know, I would love to have you over here. We have real conversations, real long live streams, give everybody a chance to talk. We don't cut nobody off. You know what I'm saying? And we allow people to come on and speak their truth. But what I don't do is I do not play the individualism success, you know what I'm saying, as a mark for our people, because that doesn't do anything for our people. It's the equivalent of, you have entertainers that come through every year and pass out bicycles and turkeys. You know what I'm saying? That does nothing for the community. That's just a feel-good story. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit that we prop up. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, shout out to the brother that's from Bermuda. They got the clear water out there. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, I like the brother, the hidden hand, but Detroit is a motherfucking war zone. Detroit is a hellhole. Detroit is one step away from goddamn imaginary hell. You know what I'm saying? So Detroit should be in Russia somewhere. It's goddamn, because it's fucked up there. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up place to even raise kids. Them goddamn husky high hitters up there will pull a strap in on you and blow your brains out about nothing up there in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just the dudes up there. The mentality up there is kill, and destroy. I mean, you got black people up there killing each other by some buffs. And if y'all don't know what buffs are, those are expensive sunglasses. You know what I'm saying? Now, you might get robbed for your Jordans or whatever in the South, but up there in Detroit, they will kill you about some shades. So imagine that, you know what I'm saying? That's how fucked up it is. And one thing I saw about Detroit, y'all, I have never seen nowhere that has entire communities, entire street after street, block off after block of abandoned houses to the point that they had to tear it down. You got black people climbing up, damn near risking getting electrocuted in their ass because they squatting in these houses. But I digress. But you know what I'm saying? That's what my channel is about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are all welcome over there. But you know, but we definitely got to understand the accountability. When I talked to Dynast today, you know, I asked them about what the topic is because, you know, I'm just not going to pussyfoot around and try to pat people on their back and then pee on your feet and you make you think that it's water or something, or a fruity color lemonade or some shit. You know what I'm saying? We have to wake up the mind frame. We're not scared of nothing. It's plenty of black people that make money. It's plenty of women that are smart. It's plenty of brothers that's smart. But it's what do we watch? What do we go on YouTube and watch? What do we go on Instagram and watch? And we all see it across the board that dumb nigga shit get praise. Dumb nigga shit get the traction. Dumb nigga shit get the attention. And we sit here and talk about we built this. We ain't built shit on our own. We built shit from the direction of Massa. That was Massa standing over you with the whip on the horse. You know what I'm saying? He was the one to make you pick the cotton that ran the cotton gins. He's the one that told you where to put that brick into place. He had the schematics. He had the plan. He just didn't want to come do it. You know what I'm saying? They could have did it themselves, but we're the perfect slaves. Because we're physically gifted. Nobody can deny that. We're physically gifted. Why do you think that most of the millionaires, high society black people are either entertainers, have to do with singing, shaking your stinking ass all across the floor like goddamn Michael Jackson or James Brown, moonwalking and mashed potatoes and bitches twerking all over the place, and basketball or some damn football or running track. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, when you see, we always play that whataboutism thing. What about white people? You know what I'm saying? They teach their kids to manage black people. We teach our kids to work for them. All a white person got to do is don't call you a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you'll work for him for the rest of your life. You invite him to an imaginary cookout. You'll tell him, you know what I'm saying, about how black people using their kids on taxes that don't even stay here. You know what I'm saying? How y'all think the government found out about that? That's black people telling on black people. Black people get in the position to where they don't have to use something anymore. You'll take a black person that used to buy drugs, sell pussy, and do whatever, but let them get a better position. They'll tell the white people how to go stop. They'll tell what corner the pussy gets sold on. They'll tell her all the pimps' cars, where they meet up at, where they dress up at, because that's the way we are as a people. Whenever we get a leg up, all we do is shit on each other. We are doomed as a people. DOOMED. We are doomed unless we sit up here and change the way we think. You know what I'm saying? Unless we change our mentality, unless we raise our kids up to be entrepreneurs. We got enough dancers. We got enough ball players. We got enough football players. We got enough singers. You get what I'm saying? We need to get some people in the economic system. You know what I'm saying? We need to get more black people as judges, because the black people that are judges that are in them places, they feel like they're not even wanted in the black community no more. They don't feel like they got nothing in common with black people no more. So you catch those black judges and those black doctors, they out there hanging in the country club with almighty whitey. Because we don't accept our elites no more. You know what I'm saying? If our elites come to us and try to help us, instead of us working with them, we want a handout, or we trying to rob them, or we trying to kill them. That's why they separate. And that's why we have all these splinter cells of black people. So cancel that notion that we built something here. Unless if we built something 400 years ago and we got $1.2 trillion worth of spending power, why the hell we can't come together and build something today without white people? But I guarantee you, if slavery was to come back and happen today with this $1.2 trillion and white people made us build something for ourselves, that's the only time we'll do it. And that's a shame, black people, that it would take white people to pull out a whip to beat us into shape, to make us do something for each other. But when we got our own money on Friday, we can't wait to go give our money to another people. And I'm hustle smart, man, and I want y'all to listen, and I want y'all to understand, and I love my people. Don't take me saying what I'm saying and disregarding my people. I just see the negativity. And just because we don't talk about the trash in our neighborhood don't mean that it ain't trash there. When we don't talk about it, it just keep piling up. But if we keep pointing out and bringing it to light, it'll make somebody say, well, you know what? I need to change the way that I'm doing. I need to change what I'm doing. But sitting up there trying to always shine a good light on one or two good things when it's 35,623,633 trillion bad things that going on in the black community is not doing nothing for us because we're at the bottom of everything. And y'all think them Latinos is playing? Y'all think them Latinos is playing? They staying in $500,000 houses, and it's 12 of them, and it ain't a fight or argument because they have order. They work together. They have a person that do the laundry. I see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because my goddamn washer broke right now. I see it when I go to the laundromat. They have a person, or 2 or 3 women, and they do all the laundry, and that's these women's job. These women making $400 or $500 under the table just washing everybody's clothes. They spend all day at the wash method. I see the Mexicans just coming, dropping off their clothes and paying them. They are doing what the white people do for each other. They find income. They finding jobs. A white person will go in the backyard and find a spoon on the ground and say it's GW on it, and they'll be like, okay, this spoon worth $1 million. Let's get a grant from the government to study this area. Right there, they don't created 20, 30 jobs. We have to create that own thing for it. But the first thing we got to do, we got to start liking each other again. Fuck the loving each other. We just got to start liking each other and not seeing each other as a threat or somebody else to get one up on, man. And shout out to you, Mr. Dynast, man. That's all I got to say, bro.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, Family Dynasty, Search for Huru. Peace.
We gone.